Alright guys, welcome back to my road to completion guide for Dark Souls Remastered. We're now in episode number 3. Let's head this way back toward the elevator. We're going to go and collect some souls and get another humanity. You guys remember we're trying to get to 30 humanity. I think right now we're sitting at 5. Yep, so we'll have 6 here in a few, plus another 2,000 souls because we're going to be leveling up here shortly. So we're going to need some souls to do that. Let's go ahead and walk up on this Drake. Let's press up on our D-pad so we can get to our heavy soul arrows. It's going to take 6 heavy soul arrows to kill this Drake. And the easiest way to do it is to just walk forward, keep spamming R3. As soon as you target, fire a heavy soul arrow. And then just keep spamming heavy soul arrows. It's going to get stuck in a loop where it's going to want to fire lightning from its mouth. You can see that. But if you keep spamming the heavy soul arrows, you stop it just before it fires and you can kill it really quick. Boom. Take 6 shots, get 1,000 souls for that. Now it's the second Drake that's going to be the tougher fight, this one around the corner, because this Drake wants to fly a lot and kind of jump around, and it's a little bit more sporadic with its attacks. What we're going to do is use the tether method, which I've showcased for you guys in the previous 2 episodes. Take it out. So be careful right here. Sometimes it'll jump immediately and kind of slide towards you. Just make sure that you have your shield up at all times and keep backing up. You want to stay, see how it's jumping right there? You want to stay about this far away from it so that you don't lose your lock on. Watch this, if I back up too far, I automatically lose my lock on. You want to stay in a pretty good proximity to it. And what you're doing is you're waiting for the enemy to tether back. So you keep walking backward here. As soon as it tethers back, walk forward, hit R1, get you a shot in, and then entice it to come forward again. You do that by just getting close to it. I could probably get a shot on right now. It's probably what yeah, there it goes. You just don't want to fire too quickly because when you do, it's going to jump over your attack. And if it does that, you're going to have to dip into your regular soul arrows to kill it, and it just takes a little bit longer. Trying to get it to come out. I'm gonna go ahead and fire one here. I should be able to get an attack in here. Usually I can bait it to come all the way back this way, which is ideal. But right now it's wanting to do this jumping animation here, so just take advantage of that and fire on it as it's backing up. Usually I can get it to come all the way back here, but right now it's wanting to do this, so that's fine. We'll take what we can get. Any kind of loop animation you get when you're fighting these Drakes is welcomed. Here it comes. This is what you ideally want. You want it to come all the way back here where you are. That way you know it's going to walk back in a straight line. Okay, that should be enough, yep, for me to take it out. So 6 heavy soul arrows each. Any items that the Drake drops, you don't have to pick those up. You're going to come through here. Boom. 6 humanity right there. Press down on the D-pad. Return back to the bonfire using your Homeward bone. Now we're going to go and collect a longbow. We need the longbow for a trophy later on, and we also need the longbow to take out a boss coming up a little bit later on. Actually, in this episode, I believe we're going to be taking out that boss. I'm not actually going to use the longbow in the sense that we're going to be firing arrows at it, but we are going to use the longbow to aim at it. And I'll of course explain that when we get there. Okay, now when you get to the fork in the road right here, take the bottom road, then right there is going to be the longbow. Okay, so just press X, you'll see it there, it's the 4th one down, the longbow. You don't really need the other stuff, mainly just the longbow there. Okay, we'll keep heading up this path. Now we'll take the upper road when you get to the fork. Now there's going to be a crystal lizard right here, which you can kill, but we're not going to need what the crystal lizard drops for this run, at least not now. We're going to be farming all that stuff later on, so we can just skip that. And keep going up the side of this path. Okay, make sure you're on your heavy soul arrows. And we're just cycle through by pressing up. Turn this corner Shield up by hitting L1. Circle strafe this enemy. Back up. Hit R1. Should kill it in one hit. Okay, 287 damage. And then you can actually push this next enemy in this room. What you want to do is push the enemy, target immediately, stay at the bottom of the stairs. You're going to press R1 4 times. The third R1 that you fire, the third heavy soul arrow, is going to stagger the enemy, and it's going to get you your 4th shot for free. Then I'll show you guys what to do after that. So we're just going to push him right here, target as quick as we can. There's 1 shot. That one missed. That's unfortunate. It's 2, 3. So this one should stagger him. So I should have gotten 4 hits right there. I'll take 3. I don't know. Usually that first one doesn't miss. But then what we're going to do is wait for him to fire lightning. Strafe. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to hit your R1, fire a rocket, or fire a heavy soul arrow. I call them rockets sometimes. As soon as you see the lightning leave his staff. So I'll demonstrate that for you guys here. Get ready, get ready. R1, strafe, strafe again. So you can dodge his second attack. So get ready, R1, boom, just like that. That way you don't get hit. See that? We'll do one more. R1. The good thing about fighting this Titanite Demon down here is that he's never going to jump down here with you. So you never have to worry about him hitting you with his weapon, which is really good. And it's a quick 2,000 souls, which we need to level up at the next bonfire. Let's come and talk to this NPC. Just press X. You can just fast forward through all the dialogue. We're going to purchase an item. Just go over to the shield sword icon at the top, and then we're going to buy 1 longsword. Okay, just 1 time. Just like that. Press O. Press O again. We're going to go to the top of the stairs and rest at the bonfire. That's going to give us all of our heavy soul arrows back. Plus we'll need this bonfire for later. And we need to level up. Okay. Well, let's level up. Let's push our intelligence to 31. Right there. You'll see that all of our stats go up. You see that, guys, in the center? All of our stats go up. Anytime it's in blue like that, you're gaining a stat. You're getting more buffs for your character. And all that stuff is welcomed, of course. Let's go ahead and push that to 31. Let's set up another safety save just in case he catches us with a cheap shot. Sometimes he can catch us with a cheap shot. Again, I'm going a lot faster here now, guys, because I'm assuming that you guys understand all this stuff by now. If not, you can go back and watch episodes 1 and 2. And just go down into the description. You'll see the word tutorial, and I explain, of course, how to menu and how to do all these safety saves and everything, because I just want to make sure that we're going a little bit quicker with the guy now that we're in episode 3. All right, here we go. Let's make sure you're on your heavy soul arrow. Gonna head down here, stand right in front of him, look down on him. Don't get too close, because you don't want to be right up on him like that, because as soon as you hit him, he'll just punch you. You know, get about right here should be fine. Kind of angle your camera. You can see kind of where mine's sitting at now. My head is kind of lined up with that sword. Okay. Then just press R1, get ready to back roll. Then head up the stairs. Again, you might have to target him. Camera's going to be a little bit weird here because you are in a stairwell. Okay, just keep backing up. There we go. See that? Sometimes he'll get stuck on the bonfire like that, but most of the time he comes out here to the doorway. But either way, you'll be able to kill him really quick. Just like that. That'll not only get you some souls, but you also get a thing called the Crest of Artorias, which if you had to buy that off of him, it's 20,000 souls. So by killing him, we don't have to earn those. We don't have to like farm for those 20,000 souls, right? We kind of get that item for free. And then we get 3 humanity. You guys remember we're trying to get to 30 humanity, so that works out great. And we get a couple of souls for doing it as well. So you really can't go wrong with killing him on this first playthrough. Now, once you kill an NPC, they're going forever in this playthrough, but we are going to have to play through the game multiple times to get our platinum trophy. So because we don't need him this time around for leveling up any weapons or anything, it's okay to kill him off this time around and get the stuff we need for the run, like the Crest of Artorias and the Humanity, which comes in really handy on this first playthrough. So again, press OK. We don't have to pick up his item. Let's do rest at the bonfire again though, just so that we can get all of our heavy soul arrows back. I'm going to head back down this way. Now the good thing about this Titanite Demon is once you kill it, it's gone forever. I did tell you guys in an earlier episode that when you rest at the bonfire, the enemies do respawn, but certain enemies do not, and the Titanite Demon is one of them. So once you kill that, it's permanently dead, which is really good for us. Let's switch to our regular soul arrow. Take this nice and easy. Just get ready to target. Press R1 and just spam it. It's going to take 2 shots. You should be able to kill that enemy before it gets to you. Okay. Again, shield up always. As soon as you cross this water, get ready to target again. Spam R1. It's going to take 2 shots. Okay. Again, always holding that shield up for safety. Now, when you get right here, this is a bit of a trap. So what we want to do is run past all the enemies. Just keep sprinting. L1. Target and kind of circle strafe around this enemy. And then just keep backing up and spamming R1. Okay, if he hits you, that's fine. Just keep backing up. Just like that. Okay, remember you can always hit square to heal if you need to. I didn't really need to heal right then because I had plenty of health, but just letting you guys know, square to heal will take care of you guys if you get hit at all. Make sure you pillage this corpse. That's some free souls for us right there. And then we're going to run this way and take a right. You're going to see this door up here that's shining. We're going to hit that up in just a second, but for now, let's head down this path and pick up some more free souls. Okay. It's going to be a fog gate in front of you. Take a right. You're going to see the item. Remember, everything in this game is a trap. So we're going to run in here, pick up the item, roll away. We're going to spam X a lot, get the item, roll away, force all these enemies into this tunnel, and just keep spamming R1. Okay, make sure you're targeted. Just keep backing up. Now you don't want to back up too far here because there is a path behind you. Or not a path, but a drop off. See, like if you would have kept backing up too far, you die, right? So if you get out here and they're still chasing you, go in this direction. Right, because we've already killed the enemies off that way. And that way you can just keep backing up and kill them that way. And we've already picked up the item. Remember, item that we were looking for was in here. So just make sure that there's no shiny in here. Make sure you've picked this up. That's a free 1,000 souls right there. So just make sure you have that. Now we're going to head this way. And now we're going to interact with the door. You guys remember we got the Crest of Artorias for killing Andre. Okay, remember I told you guys that was worth 20,000 souls, but because we killed him, we got it for free. That's what we're going to use to open up this door. So that just saved us 20,000 souls right there. And now we're heading to pick up another trophy for you guys. Now the way that you want to do this is a very dangerous area right here. You want to stick to the cliff edge over here. You guys see the cliff edge right there? You want to just stick to that, control your stamina. So you want to be pressing O, watch your green bar at the top. As soon as it gets down, you know, almost down to the end, let off the O button, let it build back up, and then hold it down again. As long as you do that and you stay near the edge of this cliff, the enemies won't really be able to bother you. There's going to be an NPC that we have to talk to up here in a second. I'll show you that. As soon as you talk to the NPC, all the enemies will quit pursuing you and they won't be a danger to you. So just keep that in mind. There's probably about 3 or 4 enemies in here that can that are trying to kill you. So just stay near the cliff edge. Keep your shield up just for safety. Watch your stamina. I'm gonna let off my O button here. O again. You'll probably hear them in your headset. They're sneaking up right now on my right hand side. Just keep holding down that sprint button. Let off when you need to. There he is. Just keep going. As soon as you turn this corner, spam X right here and he'll go away. Okay. And this is going to be how we enter another covenant, or we're not really going to enter it, but you guys know, join a covenant for the trophy. We can just spam through all of this dialogue. It's going to ask you for a decision. Make sure you press yes. You can spam through the rest of the dialogue unless you guys want to read it. And we'll hit yes again. And then the third option, remember, you don't actually have to join the covenant to get credit for the trophy. So once the trophy chimes in, just select no. And that's it. That's going to give you guys another trophy, Covenant Forest Hunter. And now we're going to go and collect some really good armor. Really good armor for this leg of the race. Just bust a U-turn right here. It's going to be right here in this treasure chest. It's the stone armor. Boom. Now, we don't really have the endurance to wear a lot of the armor, but we have enough endurance to wear a couple of pieces of the armor, which is going to give us some really good stats. If we go into options right quick, let's go to our view status for our character, press X. You'll see that we have all of our stats there in the center, and then we have some more stats there on the right. Poise, bleed resist, poison resist, so forth and so on. You can see our equipment load. Right now we have 11 pounds out of 48 pounds. And then we have some other things there as well. The main thing I want you to focus on is where it says physical defense, right? It says 86. You guys see that? When we have on our sorcery gear, which is what we started the game with, our sorcery set, right now our defense is 86, okay? I want to show you guys the difference. If we go over here to our equipment, we press square on everything, and then we press X, we go in here, we put the stone armor on, which is what we just picked up, right? Now when we go to view status, hit R1, you'll see that our physical defense is 268, which is really good for this leg of the race because, you know, we still have a ton of bosses left to kill in this game. We're very early on, and that would give us some really crazy defense. Unfortunately, we don't have the stamina or the equip load to be able to handle all the gear. You can see now our equip load in the center there, got the HP, got our stamina. Our equip load is 50.2 pounds, but our total load is only 48. So we got too much on. If you press O and O again, you'll see that we can barely walk. Like right now I'm pressing O to sprint, but I'm just walking. Does that make sense? And if you hit O to roll, you don't even roll. You just kind of stagger and then you lose stamina. Okay. So we don't really want to put that much armor on, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys more about that in a second, but for now, let's just put on our sorcery gear again, and then we'll do some playing around with the stone armor here in a few. I just kind of wanted you guys to see kind of how that works, because some of you might be tempted in your game to just throw it all on and not really understand why you're not getting the ability to run around fast like you are with the sorcery gear on. So I'll explain that in just a few. Okay, let's head this way. So these are the stairs that we came down. You rotate your camera this way. You'll see some mushroom people off in the distance. Some of them are going to be small. What you're looking for is the ones that's tall right there. We want to come down here and get some souls right quick. Okay. Switch to your heavy soul arrow. Now the small guys are not really going to bother you. Only the big ones will once you attack them. So just going to target the bigger mushrooms. Mushroom enemies. Just spam R1. Takes a lot of hits to kill them. But remember, you don't have to worry about the small guys, just the taller mushrooms. Just keep backing up so that they don't hit you. Probably switch to my regular soul arrow to take him out so I don't waste one of my heavy soul arrows. Switch back to my heavy soul arrow now. Target him. Okay, one more shot, and then I'll switch to my regular soul arrows. Remember, just press up on the D-pad. Okay. Just some really easy souls right here. You'll see in the bottom right, we get 1,000 souls, so we just picked up an easy 2,000 souls. See the treasure chest? We're not going to worry about the treasure chest now. We'll just kind of look off in this direction and run straight. And then just kind of fall off this little cliff. And now we're just looking for a bridge. Let's go this way. See the bridge right here? Take the ladder. And this is a really good item to pick up. This is worth 5,000 souls right here once we consume it. So really good. We'll get Homeward bone out of here. All right, so let's go ahead and pop all those souls we just picked up. Gonna be using 2 of these. And then we're gonna be using 1 of the Soul of a Brave War. That's the one that was worth 5,000. Gives us lots of souls. And that's gonna allow us to push our intelligence up even more. So we're gonna level up, go to intelligence, boom, take it all the way up to 34. Remember, we're only trying to get to 50. We're already at 34, which is really cool. Okay, press OK. Okay, press O again. And we're gonna go ahead and make another safety save. So go back out to your dashboard. Application save data management, okay. Boom, save data. Again, I'm going really fast here, guys. I'm assuming that you guys understand how to do all this stuff. Now, if not, you can also slow down the video. Some of you may not know you can do this, but if you look down at the media player, on the bottom right, there's a gearbox or a gear icon. If you hit that gear icon, you can actually slow the footage down by, I think you can even get it down to like 0.25%, 25% of the speed of the video. You can slow it down and see my button prompts if you don't want to go back and look at episodes 1 and 2 again. You can slow the footage down that way if you need to. All right, and now that we have this safety save set up, we've got all this progress locked in. Continue. So if we do die or anything like that, boom, we'll be right here at the bonfire with our intelligence at 34. And we can move on from there. And remember, you guys can set up as many safety saves as you want. Okay, it's really up to you. Okay, let's head this way. And just switch to your regular soul arrows here. Gonna be 3 enemies right here. Now, if you creep up on them and you stand in this corner, you rotate camera left and you try to target them. See how I'm able to target them right here, but they don't know that I'm here yet, which gives you the advantage, right? Just kind of target on them, press R1, press L1, okay, just in case he rushes you. If you go too far here, sometimes they will rush you. If they rush you, you want to head back this way while you're locked on and then kind of stand about right here so that you're eye level with them and shoot them from here. A lot of times these enemies, guys, when you shoot a soul arrow, they might do an attack. And if they do an attack while the soul arrow is passing their body, it'll miss them. Does that make sense? So if you get kind of eye level with them and you just spam them with R1s here, you'll be good. But the best way is to kind of creep up into this corner right here. Not all the way in the corner. See where that dark stone is right there above my head? Kind of right there. And then kind of rotate. A lot of times they will not push you. They'll see you. Like that guy over there turned. His back used to be turned. He just turned to face me. But he's not pushing me, which is really good. Boom, target him. Press R1. Dead. Okay. Now with this guy, sometimes you can target this dude from here. Like, I mean, you can't lock onto him here, but you can fire your soul arrow using the free camera to hit him. What I usually like to do is target him from here, just kind of lightly tap left on my thumbstick and get my shot off before he gets his shot off. And then just hold my L1 to shield up so that his arrow doesn't hit me. That makes sense. You can do that. That way these 3 guys are not a problem for you. Switch to heavy soul arrow. This next guy is tough if he starts hitting you, but we're gonna keep our distance. Remember, we're a sorcerer. I'll show you a really good way to kill him. Just keep your shield up just in case. Target him here. Push forward. Remember, we're gonna go forward and pull back at the same time. That method. See that? That's why you keep your shield up. I wanted to demonstrate that for you guys. He's got a very quick attack too to be such a big guy. Just keep going forward toward him and then pulling back and get him to fire first. Remember, if you get hit, just press square to heal. You're good to go. Okay. Head up this way. Take a right. And we're going to pick up another Firekeeper soul. You guys remember we picked up one of these in, I think it was episode 2, and we died on purpose. And then it gave us Estus Flask +1 in the bottom left-hand side of the screen. This one will give us Estus Flask +2 once we're able to reinforce it with the Firekeeper underneath Firelink. So we'll pick this one up. Okay. Let's take a right. Now what we want to do is create a shortcut between here and Firelink Shrine. Okay. So we're just going to hit this elevator. Let it close behind us. You can see that there's actually 2 elevators here. One up there and then of course the one I'm standing on. This will make sense in just a second. You guys will know exactly where we are. Okay, we'll run this way. You guys might remember this. Remember, this is where we entered Covenant Way of the White. In episode 2, we came through here. And we dropped down. Remember, we dropped down here. And then we ran out this way and got some chests and stuff. That's where we are. We're just coming in from the opposite direction. So now we've created a shortcut between Firelink and the other area that we were just at. And now if we want to get there really quick, we can just hit the elevator instead of having to go the way we went the first time, right? Which is really cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and rest here. Level up. Let's push our intelligence to 35, okay? Press OK. Now let's work a little bit more with our stone armor. So let's hit options, R1 and then X. Let's go and take all of our gear off. First thing we want to do is put on the Havel's ring. You guys remember we picked that up when we killed when we killed Havel in the tower. Okay, you'll know the ring is that one right there. We picked that up. Notice that it boosts maximum equipment load. Okay, so if I hit X right now, press R1. Now if you look at our equip load, it's 72. If you guys remember earlier, it was 48. So this is basically giving us free stamina. It's not true stamina because our green bar is not going up, right? The good thing is that we don't have to level up our stamina stat, but we're able to wear better armor, which is exactly what we want, okay? So we'll come back in here, press X. Again, make sure you have that equipped. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to equip the Sorcerer Hat and the gauntlets. Okay, so the first slot, the hat, the third slot, the gauntlets. And then the second slot, we're going to equip the stone armor. And then the fourth slot, we're going to put on the leggings. Now when we hit R1, you can see that our physical defense is 205. But if you look at our equip load, it's 35 out of 72. Which is, you know, roughly half, give or take, which means we can now sprint around. Okay, if we hit O, we can still roll. We're not running as fast as we were, but we have better defense, which is really going to help us when it comes to boss fights and just getting through the game. Because as of right now, we have not leveled up our health at all, if that makes sense. Just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and do another safety save right here. Lock that progress in. Okay, oops, I didn't mean to upload to online storage. Copy to USB for me. I'm assuming most of you are gonna have online storage, because I'm assuming most of you are gonna be playing this on your master account if you want to get your platinum. All right, guys, let's head this way. And remember, guys, you can set up as many safety saves as you want. We are going to be working with our current health, our red bar at the top, for quite a while. And the reason why I'm keeping our health so low is so that we can focus on putting all of our, all of our souls into intelligence, so we can do more damage on the enemy. I figure if we do that, plus we have the better armor now, and the fact that you guys can set up safety saves as often as you want, then health is kind of negated, at least for the opening part of this run, right? So just remember, you can set up safety saves as often as you want. Now, what we want to do when we get up here is take out the Chandler If you look up there, you can see the Chandler. If you come right here and you break this by hitting R2, you can see that there's another pew behind this column, okay? There's also some enemies on the bottom floor, you know, the 2 knights. There's really 3 knights in that room. You just can't see the 3rd one. And then this guy's popping off soul arrows at you. So this is a very dangerous section of the game, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do this, right? So notice that if you stand here long enough, he'll stop firing soul arrows. Now, not permanently. As soon as he sees you again, he'll fire at you again. So the trick is to walk around this column and take your character. Do you see how I'm walking right now into this column? You do the same thing to that pew. You just walk into the pew, just don't hit R2 to break the pew. And what'll happen is the knights in the other room, they will not attack you. They'll be aggro, like they'll turn around. I guess they won't truly be aggro. They'll turn around and look at you as if they're about to fight you, but they won't as long as you don't go past that pew. Keep your shield up the whole time. Okay, so walk into the pew, keep your shield up. While you're doing that, you lock on. You wait for the Chandler to hit you with the soul arrow. You're gonna block it, obviously, and then you fire a heavy soul arrow back, R1, and that's gonna kill the Chandler in 1 hit. And the knights will still be in that in the other room, not fighting you. You definitely don't want to fight the knights and the Chandler at the same time, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, so watch what I do here. I'm just gonna walk forward toward the pew. I'm gonna target. I'm gonna wait for him. He's gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna hit him back. Okay. Notice that the knight turned around, but he didn't come in here to fight me, which is great. Okay. Switch to your soul arrow. Okay. Take these dudes out. Should be a 1-shot kill. Okay. Take the other guy out. As long as their shield is not up in front of their face, it's a 1-shot kill. If their shield is up, it's gonna take 2 shots. May even take 3. Just depends on which enemy you're facing, because some of these dudes have a different kind of shield. See, like that dude has a small shield and those guys have a large shield, and that will affect how many soul arrows it takes to kill him. Just gonna keep spamming my soul arrows on this guy. Remember, even though they're blocking, you're still doing damage. So just spam those soul arrows and kill them, even if they're blocking, that's fine. Let's head out this way. We're gonna pick up the Halberd right here. We need this for a trophy for later on. So make sure you guys have this in your inventory. We're gonna grab the basement key at the bottom of the stairs on the corpse. But this guy, you see the guy off in the distance right behind my head there? He's gonna always turn around and try to come over here and flip the switch. I usually let him do it, and then I just kill him when he's done with that animation. I'll show you that right here. Just come down here, grab the basement key, wait for him. Okay, most of the time he runs toward the switch. I think this time he just decided he wanted to fight. Either one of those is fine. Sometimes he'll come over here and he'll flip the switch. When he's done flipping the switch, I'll hit him because he's kind of like in a neutral body position, if you will. Like he's not fighting me, but he's still turned around, kind of coming off his animation for flipping the switch, and he's kind of vulnerable. And that's usually when I tag him. What'll happen is the gate will drop. Okay, then you just come over here and hit the switch to open it again. That's all that was different in your game that might be different in your game versus what you just saw me do. Either way, you just want to kill him and make sure the gate is still up. Now right here, you can target these dudes from, I guess I'm what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 or 10 steps up. You can target both of these guys and they won't turn around. If they turn around, they'll start firing at you, right? Then you got to avoid their arrows. But from here, you can just kill them both. So just hit R1, switch, R1, just like that. You don't have to worry about them firing their arrows at you. Now, when it comes to this next set of enemies, you've got the boar in the middle and the 2 guards on the flank. We want to kill the right guard first, the right enemy first. He's always going to rush you, okay? What you can do is come up here to this shadow. See the shadow on the ground? If you come up here and you wait a second, he'll turn around, okay? Kind of get him out here by himself, okay? You want to kill him out here, I guess more away from the boar, because if you shoot him and kill him, the boar will sometimes turn around and then start, you know, chasing you and stuff like that. So that's why I let him come a little bit toward me. If for some reason the boar does chase you, you can run this way. And you can stand inside of this doorway. Just don't go up the stairs too much, because there's enemies up there. I think it's on the right hand side. And you don't want that enemy to start fighting you from behind. But if you stay right here, the boar will chase you to this doorway. He'll be kind of down here, but he won't be able to hit you because of the archway is blocking him from getting to you. And you can just hit him with soul arrows from there, and you're 100% safe. Okay, so either one of those methods will work. But if you can get that knight on the right to push you, then the boar will never turn around. Okay, switch to your heavy soul arrows. Go back to the shadow on the ground. Target the boar. You want to fire 2 shots, okay? Back to back. There's one. Spam another one. Switch to your regular soul arrows and then kill this knight. Just like that. That way you don't have to worry about the boar. He's pretty dangerous, especially if you're a beginner player. That way you can just kill him quick. There's always going to be an enemy around this corner. Remember, you can target him around the corner, which is exactly what you want to do. Get the advantage. Strafe out. Boom. Then what you can do here is kind of walk out or run out into this area and then run back really quick. And you'll spawn in these 2 enemies, which you can kill back to back. Okay. I think the previous guy's body hadn't quite died yet, so my second soul arrow didn't hit him. And then this dude, you can slowly walk up, keep hitting your lock on button, R3. You can target him. Just like that, no danger there. Same way for this guy. And the same thing for this one. Come over here and hit R2. Pick up the mystery key, which is really good. We'll need that a little bit later on. Random gesture time, because, you know, that's what I do. Now, as soon as you get to the top of this ladder, freeze. Just freeze in place. These guys will not bother you. Okay, target him, target the other guy, strafe out a little bit, kill him. And I want you guys to get used to walking on these very thin platforms. We can pick this item up too. So spend some time here. Just get comfortable walking on these thin platforms. There's a part coming up. Well, I mean, it's a few episodes deep into this run, but you'll know it when we get there. And it's pretty dangerous. I'm gonna show you guys how to get through it. What I feel like is the easiest way with the sorcerer, but you still have to keep in mind that you have to balance on the very thin platform while enemies are up here with you. Like right now, there's no enemies up here with me, so it's kind of safe, but there will be enemies on the platform in the next area that we're gonna go to. So spend time kind of practicing walking on those thin beams. I think that's really gonna help you guys a little bit later on in the run. Okay, let's walk outside. We got one more enemy to kill. Just because we need a little bit more souls here. You can usually kill him from up top. Okay, as soon as he dies and you get credit for the souls, just go ahead and Homeward bone back to the previous bonfire. All right, let's go ahead and set up another safety save. Just to lock in all of that forward progress. Again, you guys can do this as much as you want. Okay, we'll copy that back to our device, or to system storage, I should say. Okay, now we have those results locked in. Then we've got a boss fight coming up here soon. Super simple boss fight. I'm gonna show you guys a really easy way to kill this next boss. I think you guys will really enjoy it, especially if you watch my previous RTC for this game. We actually went into the room and killed it legit. I'm gonna show you guys a really cheesy way to beat it though in this run. All right, let's talk to her. Reinforce Estus Flask, yes. Now we have Estus Flask +2 in the bottom left hand side of the screen. Okay, let's head this way. Make sure you've rested at the bonfire, guys. Just make sure you have all your soul arrows, 30 and 12. Kill this enemy from a distance. Wait for this enemy to drop down. He always drops down. Just kill him as soon as he hits the ground. And then we'll take this guy out from a distance. All of these are going to be one-hit kills because we're so strong now. Okay, and this guy's a one-hit kill. Well, unless he dips behind the stairs. Then he's invincible. All right, you should be able to kill this guy from the bottom as well. Boom. Okay, we'll take the rat out. And creep up these stairs. You should be able to kill these guys without them moving. Okay. And then if you come over here and stand behind this little wall, this guy won't bother you. And then if you come in this room, circle strafe, make sure you're targeted. Just keep circle strafing around this enemy until you feel like it's safe to fire on him. You can kill him. Otherwise, this area is a little bit tricky for a beginner because if all these dudes attack you at once, it gets pretty dicey. You can kill this dude from here. And then press R2 to break all these barrels, fall off this ledge, pick this item up. Again, more souls. Fall off of here, look to the right. These guys will try to ambush you right here. Just kill them using R1, keep your shield up. Okay, climb these stairs right here, go all the way to the end, and we're gonna pick this item up. Soul of a Lost Undead. Again, just free souls for us. Now, you see the enemies right here hanging off the edge? It is possible to go up to where their hands are gripped on the platform there and just like do an R2 and knock them off. But it's kind of hard to knock all 4 of them off before one of them gets up on the platform with you and then they start hitting you. And of course, if they gang up on you, it's pretty dangerous. I'll show you guys what I like to do. I like to just sprint right through them. Press X to climb the ladder. And then just target them from above. Now, sometimes they'll climb the ladder. One guy normally will. And it's hard to target him. Here he comes. Just back up a little bit. Shield up just in case. Just target him and keep backing up. Take him out that way. And then sometimes if you're standing here, you will not be able to target the dude below you. Like I'm spamming R3 right now, but I can't target that guy. But if you come over here and stand to the left of the ladder, you can target him. You can get some more souls that way. And look at here, more humanity for us. If you guys remember, we're trying to get to 30. Got 10, which is really good. Come through here, drop down. And now we're gonna head through the fog gate. Got some more quick souls. There's actually a corpse around this little corner right here. Okay, head this way. Gonna be a dragon that's gonna swoop in right here. Be careful here of the archer and the fact, see how far that dude can jump? You gotta be careful of how far he can jump and then the archer right there. So I try to fight most of these enemies down the stairs. Then I usually take the archer out last. Okay, if you walk up here, you can actually kill the archer from down here. Sometimes you'll hit the wall that's in front of him. There's like a little slit right there. So you may have to adjust your angle a bit, but it is possible to kill him from down here. Now, if you come to this part and stand just before you hit the stairs, these guys won't attack you. And it's a one-hit kill because their shields is down, which is great. You can roll through the crates or press R2 to break them. We're gonna come down here and talk to this merchant. Just press X, you can just speed through the dialogue. And we're going to purchase item. Now we need to get some fire bombs from the merchant. They're right here. You should have plenty of souls to do this. Some of you who are veteran players, you may be skipping a lot of these smaller enemies because you're aware of like maybe farming routes and stuff like that, which I'm not going to cover right away in this guide. So you may have skipped a lot of these enemies. If you did, just know that you're going to need about 3,000 souls right here. So you can go up there to the bonfire. You know where that is, and farm your 3,000 souls if you skipped some of these enemies. Just so you know that. Let's buy some fire bombs here. We already have 6. Let's go ahead and buy 60 more. Gonna cost you guys 3,000 souls. Okay, giving us a grand total of 66. And now there's no other reason for us to have the merchant alive for this run. There is one item that we need. I'll show you. It's called the resonance key. It's going to cost us 1,000 souls, which we have, but remember we're trying to build up to 20,000 souls. So we're going to need all that we can get. So the way that you can counteract that is by killing the undead merchant. You get the resonance key. Plus we need to get more humanity and another weapon called the Uchigatana for a trophy for later on. So it's just very advantageous for us to kill him at this point. So switch to your heavy soul arrow. Stand about right in here somewhere. Try to get your free aim on, your free aim camera angle. Set up to where you think you'll hit him. And just press R1. It should kill him in one hit. Okay. Boom, there's the resonance key at the top. Plus he gave us another humanity. Remember, we're trying to get to 30 humanity. And then the Uchigatana is what you can pillage his body for. Okay, and all that stuff is important for the run. Let's head back up here. You guys remember in the previous episode, we went up to a ladder and I told you guys to kick it, all right? Kick the ladder down, create the shortcut, but don't touch the bonfire. This is the ladder that we kicked. This is the bonfire that we didn't touch. Now we're obviously going to touch the bonfire to activate it, but now we have a shortcut. And we have what we're doing basically is we're connecting all of these little mini areas in Lorgen together via shortcuts. It's going to help not only with routing the run, avoiding certain enemies at certain times. It's really beneficial when you're playing a game like this. And so now that we've accessed this bonfire, let's go ahead and rest, get all of our soul arrows back. Okay. And then now we can just climb this ladder because it's already been kicked down for us. Now we have a permanent shortcut to this area for the rest of the game. Okay, we'll head this way. Now, when you get to the top of these stairs and you touch the bridge is right above our heads. You can probably see the dragon right there. He's gonna swoop down and try to kill all these enemies on the bridge. Most of the time, he doesn't come down until you actually touch the bridge. That time he came down a bit early, but he's gonna be right up there, okay? So what you wanna do is just run. See how he's back there? Now, sometimes when you touch the bridge and you're sprinting this way, he's gonna come down. Okay, either way is fine. As long as you're running in this direction with your shield up, you've got your good armor on, even if he hits you with fire, you're gonna survive it and just make your way to this door. Okay, so gonna be a little bit random for all of us, but just make it to this side and you'll be fine. Now let's go ahead and open this up using that basement key that we picked up earlier. Hit the ladder. Remember, you guys can hold down O and you'll go down the ladder a lot quicker. Now, what we want to do here is go ahead and equip the fire bombs that we bought earlier. So we'll go into options, R1X, and we will put those on our third slot, press X, scroll down to fire bombs, press X, all 66 of them, okay? Gonna come in handy a little bit later on. Let's open up another shortcut. Let's climb these stairs. Switch to your regular soul arrows. You can also come down here if these guys start pushing you. Come down here and get some good shots. You can even kill both of them this way because they'll kind of get hung up where the door and the little platform ends. They'll kind of get stuck right here. If you come down here a little bit, you can kill them both real easy. And And then there's always going to be a guy that charges through this door. Kill him. Now, if you guys look across the way there, there's an archway way back off in the distance. That's the room where the ladder is and the bonfire, where the shortcut is, back to the bridge up top where the dragon is. So that kind of just shows you how interconnected these areas are, right? So now we have a little shortcut back that way too. Let's come through here. Just circle strafe this guy. Just wait for him to swing on you first and kill him. And sometimes there's a guy right there, kind of hiding. Remember, you can target him, strafe out, get your kill. Okay. Sometimes this enemy will not be here. Okay. He will actually be in this room. And the reason why is because sometimes, depending on where you're standing out here, when you're killing these enemies, he will actually run and follow this dude. And remember, we had one guy bust open the door with the shield. We killed him. Sometimes there'll be two enemies that'll bust through the door. The second enemy will be the guy that usually, or the guy that I just killed back over here. Okay, it's going to be in one of those two locations. Just make sure that they're all dead. And we're going to come up here and pick up the black fire bombs. Basically just like regular fire bombs, except they do more damage. Okay, we're going to need those a little bit later on in the run as well. Let's come up the stairs. Just go real easy right here. You can target these dudes and kill them before they all bunch up on you. Okay, then we're going to head through this door. We're going to grab the gold pine resin from this treasure chest. Then we're going to kill these enemies while we've got the elevated position. It's like that. And this guy. Almost got him. There we go. Well, didn't quite kill him. Now he's dead. We'll wait on killing the third guy. I'll show you why. It's very hard to hit him from that angle. Come up here. Climb the tower first. Be real careful. There's a guy at the top. See him right there? You can target him. Wait for him to shoot his arrows and then kind of peek out. And then now you can kill this guy. If you ease up on him like this, you can shoot him from a distance. And it's a one-shot kill. Okay. Now there's a black knight that we're going to kill, mainly for souls. Two ways you can kill him. You can switch to your heavy soul arrows, come to about right here on the staircase, target him, and just spam R1. Okay. Most of the time you'll kill him before he gets to you. There is a chance though that depending on what he's doing with his character model, right? If he's in the middle of an attack or something, one of your soul arrows might miss. If your soul arrow misses, you're in trouble. Okay, he's gonna start pushing you, and if he hits you, he's gonna do a lot of damage. So I'm gonna show you guys the safest way to do it right off the bat, but just know you could spam R1 here and kill him potentially. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what I like to do. I like to go and press R1 one time, get his attention, and then run this way. He's gonna be chasing you. And then I like to climb this ladder up here. And then now, you just bomb him from the top. See that? Kill him that way. It's gonna take more shots, but it puts you completely safe, which is what you want. Just make sure that you don't back up there. Like when I climbed the ladder, I stayed near the edge where my feet are now. You don't want to go back in this direction because then you got to worry about these enemies potentially walking up behind you, right? So you just kind of want to stay toward this edge and you'll be fine. Sometimes the Black Knight likes to run. Well, let me kill these guys and I'll show you. If the Black Knight runs, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me kill these dudes. Sometimes the Black Knight will like to run off in this direction. He'll go down the stairs beneath you, and he'll be on this lower platform below you. Okay. If he does that, you can still kill him by shooting arrows from the top you know, down on top of his head. But you would definitely want to kill these 3 guys first. Okay, so as long as he's on this side, you don't have to worry about these 3 guys as long as you stay near this edge. If he runs around and he starts to come this way, you want to definitely take these 3 guys out first and then bomb him from the top. Okay, you can take him out that way. Make sure you pick up these souls, and we've already equipped our fire bombs, and make sure you have those on. Let's drop down here. Okay, come down here. Now we're gonna have to fight some dogs. We haven't encountered dogs yet in this game. It's not really the smartest play to try to kill dogs with soul arrows because they're so short. They have a very low profile with their character model, and it's very easy for you to just shoot over their head, okay, and miss completely because they want to rush you. The dogs are, their AI is gonna rush you, okay, and they're gonna get super close, and you're gonna be firing your arrows right over the top of their head and missing them completely, which is one of the reasons why I had you guys get fire bombs. So make sure you have those on your bottom D-pad slot. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the dogs to attack us. They're gonna attack you, you're gonna feel them hit your shield, you're gonna hear it too. As soon as they connect with your shield, press square and throw a firebomb, and you'll be able to kill them in one hit, okay? I'll show you guys that right now. We're gonna walk up to the top of these stairs and we're gonna wait. You're gonna see them off in the distance. One of them always pushes you. Just kind of hang tight right here. Let's make sure you target. Listen. Okay, that time he missed. Boom. Soon as you hear him hit your shield like that, throw a firebomb. We're gonna wait for another one. Okay, wait. He might be froze. I thought he was froze there for a second, but he wasn't. So you're gonna kill 2 dogs at the top of the stairs, okay? Now we're gonna go down here, wait, and get the last dog. Oops, you know what? I hit the wrong button right there, guys. I meant to hit square, but you get the point. You would have hit square there. I'm gonna go ahead and waste the firebomb so that we have equal number of firebombs. All right, let's go ahead and switch back to our Estus Flask. There's gonna be a door here to your left. Walk up to it, there's gonna be some dialogue, and then we just wanna open up this door and free this NPC. He's kind of been caged up in there. He's very important. Remember I told you guys that we were gonna be buying a ring, 20,000 souls. If we open up this door and we free him, he's gonna go back to Firelink Shrine. And we're gonna be able to meet up with him there a little bit later on and buy a ring that's gonna boost the damage for our soul arrows, which is gonna be really good. So we'll come up here.
Somebody, please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door. Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
All right, let's go ahead and free him. And that's all we have to do. We don't have to talk to him. Just make sure that you've got the door open. Shield up here. Again, there's going to be a lot of enemies here. And this time they have torches. And they'll do like 5 swings in a row with the torch. It's very brutal, even with the armor that we have on. So just be careful here. What I like to do is run out here. Kind of do a little U-turn. See if I can bait them into following me. And then just spam R1. Okay, we'll just wait on these guys, see? That way you're kind of fighting them one by one. This guy you can normally get. I just strafing out a bit here. See how they attack you like that? You gotta be careful. Okay. And these guys, you can normally target them from behind this little column. Just like that, makes it real simple. And then there's the last one. Now, twin humanities, different from a regular humanity. You can see that we have 11 humanity, but then the twin humanities, it's used 2, or we use 1 humanity, 1 twin humanity, but we get 2 humanity in the process. So technically it looks like we have 12 humanity, but technically we have 13 because the twin humanity counts as 2. That's really good for us to pick up at this stage in the game. Remember, we're trying to get to 30 humanity, and we already have 13, which is really good. Now, let's go ahead and break this. Let's press R2. Just because we're gonna get ambushed right here, okay? You wanna have that cart out of your way because you're gonna have to sprint all the way back up here to get the advantage on this next set of enemies, right? Switch to your heavy soul arrow. Okay. We're gonna come out here. Now watch, I want you guys to just pay really close attention. Actually, I think I can just show you. If you look above my head, off in the distance, there's a door. You guys see the door down there? Once you get in that area, give or take, is when you're gonna hear doors open up. In fact, that one's gonna open up in front of you. When you hear the noise of the doors opening, that's when you want to sprint back toward the fire. Take the stairs, and then you're going to spam heavy soul arrows on these enemies. I'll let you guys listen to the audio cue. I'll be really quiet here. Hear that? Then sprint back. Shield up here, rotate camera. And try to lock on these enemies if it'll let you. Here they come. Just keep backing up and firing. The good thing about this area is that you can have them on these stairs, which kind of puts them in a single file. You can also bring them back up here into this room where you can circle strafe them. Okay, they're a little bit short, so you have to kind of back up a little bit to hit them, but you get my point. The good thing about the heavy soul arrow too is it's a one-hit kill, even if they have their shield up. You can also get them from the top. See how he's kind of stuck right there? It's another good way to kill them. It's kind of hard to hit them if you're above them on the stairs. Like if they're coming up the stairs right here, it's kind of hard to hit them because you'll be firing over their head. Now, if you can get up here and then drop down, all right, drop down like this, and then maybe you've got one up there, then it's really easy to hit them because you're on a lower platform than them, right? Now, one thing you can do if you find that the heavy soul arrows is not working out for you guys, just switch to firebombs and press square. It's a guaranteed hit. You can kill them like that. The second set of enemies, which is coming up in this next little area, they actually tether back when you get them to this staircase. So they're not as dangerous as the first three that we just killed. So maybe on the first three, if you're just nervous, if you're brand new to the game, just use your firebombs. If you're a veteran player, you might can get away with using your heavy soul arrows. That would be my advice to you guys. All right, let's come down here. Now what I like to do is wait for one of the dogs. See the dogs off in the distance? There's two dogs. One of them normally will walk around this area, and you can typically get it to aggro in. Just switch to your firebombs and just get ready to target it. Again, as soon as it hits your shield, hit square. Now I've only got 2 heavy soul arrows, so I'm definitely gonna bait them back to the staircase, but I'm probably gonna end up having to kill one of them with firebombs. See how they bust through? As soon as you hit the grass down there, and just run back. They're gonna be chasing you, but you'll see what happens when we get up here on these stairs. They tether. So there's 3 of them. You can see they're running. One of them's already in the tether animation. See, now the other one has got, and this third one usually comes out here a little bit further, but boom, now he's in the tether animation. So now we have them locked in. Okay, if they start pushing you again, you can always run back and you'll lock them back into the tether. Camera angle gets a little bit weird here. Okay, they're locked in. Trying to see if I can get an angle. He got saved. He got saved by the, I don't know if I can hit him from this far away. You don't want to get too close because they'll unlock from the tether. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit trickier to kill them now because they can shield up and block the firebomb, and they can heal. So just gonna wait for them to attack me first or catch him in the tether. Like this guy should be able to heal. Almost got him. Got him. That guy's in the tether. Still a little bit too far away, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and spam firebombs twice. Normally when you hit them the first time, they'll heal on the second time on their next attack, and you can go ahead and just firebomb them that way. Either way is fine. As long as you have, you're gonna need some more firebombs a little bit later on in the run, but I've got you guys enough. I would say as long as you have about 45 or more now, you know, after you kill all these enemies, if you need to use firebombs, you'll be good for the rest of the run. I think I have 54, so we're good. All right, let's head this way. Should be one more dog right there. Wait on him. Okay, as soon as he hits your shield, bomb him. Come over here, press R2. It's gonna drop a corpse, which we can pillage for some extra souls a little bit later on. It looks like we're gonna be fighting a boss, and we are, but we're not gonna be fighting the boss in that room. Okay, we're gonna be fighting the boss out here. This is another reason why I had you guys get the longbow earlier. What we're gonna do is go ahead and press options, R1X, and we're going to make sure we have our firebombs on, obviously. Then we're gonna put the longbow in our second slot right here. Right there, the longbow, press X. It's gonna tell you that you don't have the stats to use it. We talked about that in the previous episode. But for what we're gonna be using this for, we don't need the stats. We're just gonna cancel through this by pressing OK. And this is kind of what you have on right here. Now, if we press O and O again, press right on the D-pad, and then press triangle. Very important. You have to have triangle, okay? Notice that I'm switching it from one hand to two hands, okay? If I have it only on one hand and I hit L1, I'm gonna be using my shield. But if I have it on two hands, press triangle, now I'm gonna be actually using the bow, okay? Which is what we want. Now, we wanna go ahead and press down on the D-pad to cycle through till we get to our firebombs. Wanna come and stand in this corner, just like I'm standing in it now. Press L1 so you can aim. And then what we're doing is we're looking up at this wall. See how we have the slit right there? Then we have another one, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4, and that's 5. Now, if you let off of L1, nothing happens. You're still aiming. If you tap L1 again, you're now not aiming with the bow, but the angle exists, right? You're still gonna be firing at that, like in the angle of that 5th slit in that wall. Does that make sense? And then if you hit square 3 times, 1, 2, 3, you're gonna be doing damage on the boss in the next room. The only thing that makes this secure is that you don't rotate your thumbstick when you're done aiming. So I'll do this for you guys again. L1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap L1 again. Do not rotate your camera. So you're not touching either one of your thumbsticks, okay? You're automatically set up. Press square, press square, press square. As long as you don't move your thumbsticks while you're tossing, you'll be fine. Again, L1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it doesn't have to be like extremely accurate on that 5th one, guys. I'm just in that general area because when you throw the fire bombs, they do explode and you get some little, little area damage there. So you don't have to be extremely accurate, just kind of in that general vicinity, right? Tap L1, square 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Rotate camera, you're seeing that we're doing damage right there, right? This is a really easy way to kill this boss without having to go into that room. In my previous version of the road to completion guide for this, we actually went in there and killed the boss legit. I knew about this strategy, but I don't know. I think at the time I thought, well, you know what? I want to make the viewers a better player at the game. But what I should have done is made it as easy as possible. And that's kind of what I wanted to correct when I did the remaster for my own RTC for this game, is to make sure that you guys had the cheesiest way possible, make it as simple as possible. to get through the game. One thing I want you to note here is once you get him down to his last little sliver of health, which is where he is right now, there is a possibility that when you kill him, there will be one dog left in that room. Right now, at the beginning of the fight, there's 2 dogs and the boss. Most of the time, you kill one dog with the explosions that are happening with the firebombs, along with killing the boss. But sometimes there's going to be one dog left. If there is one dog left, run back off in this direction, and the dog will not rush you immediately. And you can, go into your inventory, get rid of the bow, put all your stuff back on, get your shield out, and get ready to take that dog. I would go ahead and heal before you do the last, just in case the dog comes out. It won't kill you in one hit if you're low on health. We'll come up here and set up. Again, just make sure you got your triangle button pressed. Make sure you're holding the bow in both hands. Get into the corner. L1, 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I've only got one more hit on him. So L1, square. And then just sprint back off in this direction. Get behind this wall. Get rid of the bow by hitting square. Oh. See how we got the dog there? Set up. Wait. Just waiting for him to push me. Boom. Just like that. Makes sense? And I don't know if that dog's alive or not. I think that dog is dead. Yeah, see, usually one dog dies. That dog over in the back corner is dead. We used to come up here and kill this boss like this. If you guys watched my previous version, we came up here and just, used soul arrows to kill him from this top ledge. But it was still dangerous because you had to get to the top ledge and it was a little bit random. So this strategy works a lot better for you guys, especially if you are beginner players. Plus, we get a lot of souls. We're up to 11,770 souls right now. Again, if you want a safety save right now, go ahead and do that. It's your call. I'm going to keep pushing on though. Okay, we're going to focus on this enemy. I'm just, slowly going up with the left thumbstick. Shot on there, should be a one-hit kill. Now you may be out of soul arrows here. If you're not out of soul arrows, stay on them, try to conserve your firebombs. If you're out like me, just switch to your firebombs. There's gonna be an enemy around this corner to the left. He can jump on your back and do a lot of damage. What you wanna do is sprint past him, then turn around. And like I said, if you have soul arrows, use them. If you've got firebombs, you have to wait till he attacks. You don't wanna throw a firebomb now with his shield up, okay? He might try to heal right here. Yeah, so I can kill him right there. I barely got my attack in before he got his shield up, so. It will come down here. Again, we're gonna pick up some more free souls. Now we're gonna head up this way because we're in desperate need of our soul arrows back, our magic back. You don't have to worry about killing that enemy. Okay, there's gonna be a sewer merchant right here on the right. Let's talk to her. And let's do a couple of things. Let's leave right quick. We're gonna pop some souls. Okay, so you should have 3 Soul of a Lost Undead. Let's use all those. And let's pop large Soul of a Lost Undead. Let's pop off 4 of those. Let's purchase item. A lot of things to choose from here. First thing we want to pick up is Dung Pie. Okay, right here, they're 200 souls a piece. We want to get 15 of these. Okay, get 15 of those. We want to get some Homeward bones. Okay, you have 3 in your inventory now. We want to pick up 9. Okay, pick up 9 of those. It's going to be 4,500 souls. And then we want to get blooming purple moss clumps. You have blood red moss clump, purple moss clump, and then this one. You want to get the one with the white on the top, blooming purple moss clump. Make sure you get 6 of those. Okay, very important. And then we again pick up some prism stones as well. I would go ahead and get maybe 40 of these if you can afford it. I think in my practice runs at this, I was able to get 35 to 40. Somehow along the way, I've gotten a little bit more souls and I'm able to get 67, but 35 to 40 should be good for you guys. That'll come in handy a little bit later on. We'll go ahead and get 40. If you can get 40 guys. If not, pick up 35. Now we'll head this way. And you'll notice that we're creating another shortcut. This shortcut goes back to Firelink Shrine. Switch to your firebombs. Come out here. Just like that. And then what you can do is just sprint past all these other guys. Because you're probably out of arrows like I am. You just want to run all the way to the bonfire and rest so you can reset all these enemies. Okay, it's not going to let me rest because they're following me, so we'll just sit here and kill them. Or you know what, I can just do the quit out method. Told you guys about that in the earlier episode. And then I won't have to waste any of my firebombs to kill them. Can just reset that way. Reset the enemies that way. Booyah, just like that, we'll rest. Now let's go and set up another safety save. Okay, save data, copy. Okay, and then copy it back to my system. Now we have all that progress locked in. It's perfect. All right, guys, let's head this way. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and rest again. I think when I came out of that safety save, this happened a little bit in my practice. Like I would rest at the bonfire, safety save, and then I would come back in and I still wouldn't have my soul arrows. I can't remember if I rested before I did my safety save or not, but either way, just make sure when you come back from a safety save and you load back in that it gives you credit for resting at the bonfire. It happened to me a couple times in my practice at this, so. We're gonna go fight another boss. I'm gonna take the elevator, go to the top. Now, as soon as you clear this platform, there's gonna be a ledge. Roll off onto this ledge. Now, some of you might recognize where we are. In episode 2, we opened up that treasure chest. You see it down there at the bottom? Remember, we opened up that treasure chest. We got 6 Homeward bones. And then we went through the graveyard and picked up some stuff, went back to Firelink. What we're trying to do is roll off onto the platform that's kind of above my head off in the distance. If you miss though, you're gonna have to make that run. So I'm gonna miss this on purpose, just so I can show you where to go in case you forgot. You don't have to go back to the previous episode. What we're trying to do here though is just sprint. And when I say sprint, guys, don't hold down O. It's not like a full sprint and it's not a slow walk. You're just holding up on the left thumbstick. That's the speed. All the way up on the left thumbstick. Walking off the edge. When you get to the edge, press O to roll. That's ideally what you want to have happen, right? But if you miss, you're going to fall down here. And that's when you want to run this way and make it back to the elevator. You guys, like I said, you probably remember this. We picked up a lot of items here back in episode 2. Through here, And you can rest at the bonfire if you want to get your health back fully. Not necessary, but if you want to, you can. And this will get you back to the elevator again. And you can keep trying this as much as you want. Remember, you're not sprinting. You're not holding down O. You're also not walking. You're just pressing up on the left thumbstick. It's kind of this medium sprint right here. And then all you're doing is when you get to the edge, you're just tapping O to roll. Just like that. You can try that as many times as you need to. When you're done, just get up these stairs, go to the end. There'll be a crow's nest. Go to the crow's nest, press X, and we'll wait here for the cutscene. All right, and of course I'm gonna skip the cutscene, but that's gonna put us back over here at the asylum. And we're gonna set things up for another boss fight here. I'm gonna go ahead and heal just for safety. Get on your regular soul arrows, just keep spamming R3. Kill these guys. That time my target didn't automatically pick or my lock-on didn't automatically pick the next target. Most of the time it will, if they're close enough. Now you want to be careful when you go through these doors, because if you keep going straight, the floor will cave in and you'll be fighting the next boss. We don't really want to fight the next boss right away. We're going to come over here and take a right. We're going to scoot through this doorway. We're going to rest at this bonfire. Sometimes there's an enemy behind you from the previous room and he'll be chasing you. You won't know it. By resting at the bonfire, he resets and he won't bother you. Plus, in case you die, we've only got 898 souls, but if you die, you'll be back here and not back at Firelink Shrine. Okay, you'll be back here. Now, there's a knight at the end of this hallway. Stay on your regular soul arrows. You're gonna be tempted to, to use your heavy soul arrows, but it takes so long to cast them. A lot of times he gets a cheap shot on you while you're casting. So I would just stick with your regular soul arrows here. We're gonna push him, lock on, and we're gonna use the forward back strategy. So walk forward, get him to swing at you, and then pop a soul arrow on him. That time was a little bit too close for comfort. That's one of his double swings. Now, what I like to do when he gets close to me here is unlock, sprint or roll this way, and then now you have him this direction. A lot of times right here, you can just spam till he gets close. That time was a little bit too close. Forward back. Remember, always get him to swing first. I messed up there myself. Boom. Then you can heal. Again, if you do happen to die there, no problem. You'll be right back here at the bonfire. Right back over here. You can just walk up and reclaim your souls. Right, you're good to go. I kind of messed up there with that one shot, but you can see how much damage they do to you, right? If you accidentally make an error, it's not good. They can kill you really quick. Okay, coming through here. If you guys remember, see the knight through the gate? Remember at the beginning of the game, we killed the knight and got the Estus Flask. Now he's back, okay? He's gonna wanna kill us, and that's fine. We're gonna kill him and pick up an item and some souls. So we're just gonna come up here and wait. Sometimes you can get over here right quick. A little bit easier to kill him when you're below him like this. Just keep spamming. So he's gonna wanna roll around a lot. If he backs you up in this corner, just back away like this. Okay, you can just back him up as long as you need to. But if you can fight him on those stairs, it's pretty beneficial. So he likes to dodge a lot. Just keep that shield up. Forward, back, forward, back. And if you want to try heavy soul arrows here, you can, but I find it's a little bit tougher to hit him without him hitting you. I'll showcase that for you guys. But if you do connect with him, it's gonna hurt him bad. But see how he's able to hit you really easily there? So I'll let you guys decide how you want to play that out. Another thing you can do too is let him chase you back down this hallway, because you've already killed the enemy. Show you guys this. I'm trying to show you a bunch of different methods. Here's some more steps you see. This dude chases you forever. Just trying to let this fight go as long as it can so you can kind of get an idea of where you can go. Obviously you can kill him a lot quicker than that using circle strategy, stuff like that. But I just wanted you to kind of see how that can play out. There's a bunch of different ways you can go and get the Crest shield, pick up those souls as well. Let me show you one more area that you could go. As soon as you see him, if you want to push in this direction really quickly, you can open up this gate and then you can get him to chase you into this area. And then you can really get by with using the circle strafe method to get around him, because you've got more area to work with, right? So whichever one of those methods, just know that you can keep backing up in any one of those directions and you know, have him chase you. Just know that he's going to do a lot of rolling and stuff like that. So sometimes you'll have to double up on your soul arrows. The first soul arrow is just to make him roll, and the second one is the one that actually connects. And again, if you can fight him where you're looking up at him, like you're at the bottom of the stairs and he's at the top, it's a lot easier to hit him, because if you're above him aiming down, a lot of times the soul arrow just goes right over his head. If that makes sense. Just keep that in mind. And you've got plenty of soul arrows to work with. There's a bonfire right here, and we're going to end up resting here anyway. So use as much of your soul arrows as you need. Like I said, he is going to be rolling around a lot, so just keep that in mind. All right, we'll rest right here. We're not going to level up or anything. We're just going to rest. Let's also set up another safety save here. The reason why is because we're about to fight another knight, just in case you guys die to the knight. We do have 3,000 souls right now. You may not be able to reclaim your souls. So we're going to do one more safety save right here. Remember, you can't do enough of these guys. Do as much of this as you want. It's really going to help you guys get through the game. Okay. Copy it back to my system. All right, here we go. We'll head in this direction. Let me go ahead and rest. Make sure I get all my soul arrows back. Just drop off this platform, look to the left. There'll be another knight. Again, if you guys want to try to use heavy soul arrows, you can. I'll showcase that for you. It will kill them quicker, but you do run the risk of them stabbing you, so. And a lot of times they'll put their shield up like that. So it's really up to you guys how you want to. Like right then I kind of got lucky because he was about to attack me. Now he's not wanting to attack it. Oh, there he goes. So it's really up to you. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with, that's the one that you should do. Okay. It's a lot quicker, but you do run a more of a risk of them stabbing you. Let's run down here. And the item at the end, remember this is our where we started the game at, remember? Now there's a new item here, the peculiar doll. That's going to come in handy a little bit later on. Let's do one more safety save so we can lock in that. Sometimes those knights can be difficult for you guys if you're a new new player to the game, and I do have these saves set up so we can lock in those two fights because we're about to fight a boss. And even if you went up to the boss area and you safety saved up there, it would always put you back here in this cell anyway. So we might as well go ahead and do another safety save right here. All right, now according to my notes, you guys should have anywhere between 4,000 and 5,000 souls right here. Just keep an eye on that. I'm at 4298, well within the range. Remember, we're still working toward getting some souls built up so we can buy that ring. Just make sure you have between 4,000 and 5,000 souls right now. If not, you should be very close. If you don't, you can actually farm these 2 hollows. Well, actually, there's more than 2. If you want to get within that range, I'll show you. We'll rest here again just to get our soul arrows back. Show you right here. There's 2 hollows right here. You can kill this one. You're not going to get much for it. 121 each, but like I said, you should be so close that it's not going to matter either way. And then there's some more hollows. Well, let's see if I can show them to you. Across the way in the distance with torches. But remember, just don't go in the middle of this room. Stay around the edges, and you can keep farming these until you get the couple hundred that you need. Just get over 4,000 souls here, and you'll be good to go. Just a little checkpoint for your souls there. Now, what we're gonna do here is take on a boss. In the previous version of my RTC for this game, when I played it on PS3, again, we went into the boss fight room, we fought it legit, we had to run around and you know, block and do the things, right? We don't have to do that now because we have the dung pie, which we purchased from the merchant a second ago. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our options, press X. We're gonna get rid of our fire bombs, press square to get rid of those, press X. We're gonna put the dung pie on right here. And then in the next slot, we're gonna put on the blooming purple moss clump. What's gonna happen is when we throw the dung pie, it's gonna put toxic on the boss, okay? It's also gonna put toxic on us. So our health is gonna slowly start to drain. So we're gonna be using the blooming purple moss clump to cure the toxic effect on our character, okay? So let's press O again. Let's go ahead and press down on the D-pad until we get to the dung pie. What you wanna do is walk toward the steps here so that these enemies don't attack you. If you walk up the stairs, these enemies are going to fall down in this room with you, and you're going to have to worry about these enemies as well as the boss. Also, make sure that those 2 hollows that we killed earlier are dead. You don't want none of these hollows falling down in here with you. You just want the boss, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to walk forward, and as soon as we drop through the as soon as the ground you know, crumbles away or whatever, and we fall through, as soon as we hit the ground, we're going to roll to the right twice and go to the corner. If you do it quick enough and you do it just right, the enemy or the boss will not even know that you're in the room with him, and he'll just keep pacing back and forth, and you get the advantage. You can throw the dung pie, and we can you know, get through this boss fight really easy. So just walk forward really slow. As soon as the floor caves in, yeah, I don't think I'm lined up. Here we go. Keep walking. As soon as the floor caves in, roll to the right twice. Press O to sprint and get to this corner. And if you've done it correctly, he's just going to be pacing back and forth left to right. He'll never know that you're here, right? Unless you go forward in this room a little bit, maybe like past one of these, maybe a little bit past this first column right here, then he'll see you, but you're good. Just kind of hanging out over here in this area. Now what I like to do is press O to back step into this wall. I like to make sure I'm all the way up against this wall before I start throwing the dung pie. Okay, so press O. Then what you can do is you can target R3. Now you're not really gonna be able to see him because your head is in the way, right? But if you notice, there's 3 columns. There's one column behind my head. There's another column. You see the 3 columns? There's one kind of over my right shoulder in the distance, one over and 2 over my left shoulder in the distance. 3 columns, okay? what you're going to want to do is target him, and then as soon as you see the target icon cross that third column, that's when you want to make your first toss. You got to hit this dude with 3 dung pies in a row, okay? And what you want to do is time your toss to where the lock on, you can see the lock on right now, is just clearing that third column. I'm going to demonstrate it for you guys. Just make sure that you tap square 3 times. I'll kind of point this out to you guys. Here we go. He's going to pace back and forth. And we'll time this to about right now. See how I just as he was passing that third column, I tossed it and it hit him. That way you get all 3 in before the angle diminishes, because if you wait too long, your third one will not hit him. It'll hit this other column on the other side and you'll miss him completely. And then what you can do is hit up one of the blooming purple moss clumps so that you can, you know, get the toxic off of yourself. Go ahead and heal yourself. And then I'll kind of talk you guys through this again, because I know that was kind of fast. Notice that he's purple. See the purple particles coming off his body? It lets you know he's toxic. And if you look at his health, it's slowly draining, okay? And it's gonna almost drain down to 0, and then we're gonna do the same thing again and finish him off. But let me go ahead and explain this one more time for you guys. So notice there's 3 columns. The first one is right behind my head. The second one now is kind of right behind my head. See that off in the distance? And there's column number 3. So there's 3, there's 2, and there's 1. So what you do is you put yourself up against this little archway here. Okay, I kind of like to get in the center of this little, this pool of water, as close as you can to the center. Back jump, like that. And then you target him, right? Like I say, you're not gonna really be able to see because your fat head's in the way, right? But if you notice, you can still keep an eye on the columns. Right now he's crossing column 2, now he's crossing column 3, right? As soon as you know that the target icon, the lock-on icon, is passing behind the third column, that's when you make your toss. So notice right here, he's behind column 1, column 2. Now I would hit square. That way when I throw the dung pie, it hits him as soon as he's clearing that third column. And then I just spam square until I throw 3 of them. And now you just play the waiting game, guys. This takes about, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. And then you'll be able to take off the rest of his health with another 3 dung pie tosses. And that'll kill this boss without him ever knowing that you're in the room. So I'm just gonna go ahead and time lapse this so that the video is a lot quicker. Nothing's gonna happen here except he's just gonna keep walking. And then I'll come back and show you guys how to toss the dung pies one more time. And hopefully that's enough of an explanation for you guys to be able to kill this guy super quick. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, eventually you're gonna notice that he's no longer purple. That lets you know that you need to throw more dung pie to be able to finish him off. So again, we're gonna kind of post up here in the center of the water. You know, or as near about the center as you can get, guys. Press O to make sure you're all the way up against the wall. Target him. And again, we're just looking at the columns, right? Looking at our icon, our lock-on icon through the columns, or I guess through our body. And we're just looking at the columns on the other side. You're just waiting for your lock-on to get very close to clearing that third column. And then you want to throw your first dung pie right about now. See that? That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. See how we got all 3 in before he cleared the third column on the left? That's exactly what you're looking for. Then go ahead and heal yourself. And that's it. You just sit back and we'll time lapse here again. And once he dies, we'll collect 20,000 souls. And we'll also get a Titanite slab, another humanity, and a Homeward bone. So to be a good score for us this early on in the run. And like I said, this can be a very difficult boss if you fight him legit, which we have done in my previous RTC. But this makes it extremely simple, guys. So we'll time lapse this and I'll see you guys when it's done. Okay guys, so his health is almost down to 0. You can see he's still got the purple particles coming off of him. You'll see that he dies without us ever having to hit him with a soul arrow or a physical attack. There he is. Really simple way to take this boss out. Okay, you'll see that we get 20,000 souls. There's a humanity and a Homeward bone. Those souls will chime in here in a second. Okay, and then boom, get our Titanite slab. That's going to come in handy a little bit later on for a trophy. Let's go ahead and take off square, square. Let's take those items off. Let's head this way. We're going to leave this area now for good. We don't have to come back over here anymore until we do the next run at the game, the New Game Plus. But for this leg, we are done. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to regular soul arrows. We definitely want to kill these dudes with the torches, because we still need a couple of more souls. I told you guys that we were trying to get to 20,000 souls. Most of that's gonna come from killing the boss that we just killed, but we still need to get a couple more souls because there's something else that we need to buy from the guy at Firelink as well. So right now I'm at 25,000. We're gonna need a total of 26,000. So if you're short, I'm gonna show you guys where to farm that out at. So just press X right here, curl up in a ball. Skip that cutscene. It will head this way. Follow these stairs, and then just run off straight here. Keep going straight. Boom, just making it back down to the bonfire, so we can get all of our souls back and everything. Now, what you can do if you're short, like right now, I'm about 1,000 souls short. That's fine. You can just come up here and farm you some souls from these guys. Okay. And the reason why our souls are going to be off a little bit, even though we're all killing the same enemies and we're all doing the same things, is because remember we talked about this I think it was back in episode 1. I talked about sometimes you get more souls for killing enemies. You know, like if you were to backstab them, you get more souls. Same way with your soul arrows and stuff like that. Sometimes the souls are different. So that's why our soul count might be off. In fact, back there when we got the peculiar doll, in some of my practice runs at this, I've had over 5,000 souls. But yet I've killed the same enemies each time, right? Done the same things. So there is going to be a little bit of a variance there. Okay, so that's 25, 720. I'll go ahead and rest back at the bonfire, reset the enemies, and get my 26,000 souls this way. Okay. But I love this game. I absolutely love this game, and I know I saw your comment, Rob, in the comments. I think it was yesterday or the day before. You hit me up in a comment. And you were like, "Yeah, man, this is your first RTC of this game is what got me into the Dark Souls franchise," and that means a lot to me, man. I know we haven't spoken a long time. I gotta contact you and Dormouse. It's been hard for me to contact you guys because every time I open up Skype, I don't know, my computer runs funny and sometimes it crashes and I don't know what's going on with Skype. So maybe I can hit you guys up in Google Hangout or something, because I've been wanting to hook back up with you guys and see how y'all are doing. But I know you hit me up in a comment and said that, and a lot of you guys have said that my guide has helped you all get into the franchise, or maybe it was a game that you were super scared about trying to platinum on your main account, and then my guide really helped you out. That means a lot to me, you know. It means a lot to me. All right, so we got 26,000 souls now. Again, you can just go ahead and farm for a little bit there if you're a little bit short, right? Not a big deal. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy some stuff from Griggs. This is the guy that we freed earlier. Remember, we opened up that door, let him out. Just want to go ahead and talk to him.
Hello. At least you're clearly, of course.
And when he asks you the first yes or no question, just go ahead and select yes.
Splendid. I am well then.
And then we're gonna go ahead and purchase item. We want to pick up the Great Soul Arrow for 6,000. Okay, make sure you get the Great Soul Arrow. And then scroll over here to the rings, and you want to get the Bellowing Dragoncrest ring, not the Lingering Dragoncrest ring. They're both 20,000, okay? Make sure it's the Bellowing Dragoncrest ring, the one that boosts sorcery, 20,000. Make sure you grab that up, okay? Press O a couple of times. Come back over here to the bonfire. And we want to go ahead and attune magic. Press square on the second one so that you have a soul arrow in the first one. Press X on the second one, put the Great Soul Arrow, and then put the Heavy Soul Arrow on the last one. That's just my preferred lineup. I mean, you can put them in whatever order you want, guys. That's just the way that I like to have them set up. But as long as you got all three of them in there, you're good. As long as you're comfortable with how they're lined up, that's your choice. But that's kind of how I like to do it. And then we're gonna go ahead and press options, R1X, and we're gonna put that ring on. Boost sorcery. In fact, let me again demonstrate it before we do it, so you guys can get an idea of how much damage we're able to do. I'm just gonna come up here and kill this first enemy. 173, right? Press options, R1X. Okay. Now let's see how much damage we do. 207. And that guy had his shield up. 218. See that? So we're getting about 50 to 70 points extra damage just by having the ring on, which is really good. And we still have like what, 20 or I think about 18 levels left in our intelligence. Is that right? Actually 15 levels. So we still got 15 levels. So that's really going to help us do more damage on the enemies. Not to mention we still have one more item that we've yet to pick up that's going to let us do even more damage with our sorcery spells. So this is a long episode. A lot happened in this episode, guys. We killed a bunch of bosses, got a bunch of souls, leveled up a lot. We got Griggs out, so now we're able to learn some better magic. It was a really good episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I'll see you guys right back here in the next one. You guys be good. So I wanted to take a second and tell you guys about my dream. My dream is to wake up every single day and create guides just like the one you just watched here on YouTube full time. Now there's several ways that I can monetize my work in order to make that dream come true. Number one, I could do Google ads. Number two, I could do sponsorships. Number three, I could do endorsements. The only problem with those three options is that I think they're gonna degrade the quality of what I'm trying to produce here on Square One Games. Not only that, but I don't want to try to pitch my subscribers something that I don't necessarily believe in, and that's why I've decided to just go the Patreon route. If you want to see more guides like this on YouTube, you also want to have that person that you can go to where you're gonna get an answer to your comments, okay? I've responded to probably 90+% of every comment ever left on my channel, and I've been on YouTube for 6 years. You can go to any one of my videos, look in the comments, and I'm in there. Think of it like customer service, you know? That's exactly what I like to do from my community. So if you guys wanna help get more guides like this up on YouTube, I just need more time to do it, that's it. So hopefully you guys will support me in that if you like this kind of content. Thank you.